A Chinese television station went undercover at a company that has been set up to supply McDonald's, KFC, and a bunch of other foreign fast food chains. What they found was the meat was being relabeled, so the expiration date was pushed back. Obviously this is unhygienic and possibly unsanitary, and once the report came out, the police have started investigating the company. They've detained some of its local executives, and KFC, McDonald's, and some other food chains have had to pull some of their products. Food safety in China is a very big issue, but many of the foreign companies have for a long time felt that they were somewhat insulated from those concerns, partly because they had set up supply chains, often owned by other foreign companies, where they felt they could manage the risks better. In other words, they weren't buying from unknown suppliers, they weren't buying from very small suppliers, any of the normal red flags that might signal a quality problem. Well, so the Shanghai Food and Safety Administration is inspecting and has closed the processing plant in question. The national administration is now inspecting the 7 or 8 other meat processing plants run by this company. It's an Indiana-based company called OSI, and they have detained some of the managers at the Shanghai food processing plant. So for many foreign companies operating in China, there's been increased scrutiny from Chinese regulators and Chinese media, but the sense has always been that as long as you adhered to international quality and safety protocols, you didn't have anything to fear from increased scrutiny. Many of the more appalling food safety scandals in China have involved Chinese companies and often allegations of local protectionism there. Foreign companies have had occasional allegations, but for the most part they've been a bit less than Chinese companies, and a large part of that is if they have indeed brought with them international practices, if they're implementing them, then they shouldn't have anything to worry about from increased scrutiny. Well, Yum's been very successful in China, and for a long time that actually drove their stock price. They were recognized as a very China company, or a company that was very attuned to China growth. Conversely, that's hurt Yum sometimes as China growth has slowed, or as the number of new stores being set up has slowed. That has hurt Yum. And recently, about 18 months ago, it was revealed that some of their poultry suppliers used excessive amount of antibiotics. Now, this was one of China's largest private poultry producers, was found to be doing this, but of course it impacted the customer perception of the quality of KFC. And Yum has only recently started to rebound from that scandal. Now it's been hit by another one.